some of the reasons we need to be doing this team building. What are some of the issues maybe that are facing you in your workplace? Some of the things that have come out in the training, some of the things that you've discussed. You understand my question, right? Shirley, can you help us get started? Can you tell us maybe, is there some sort of issue that's come out recently or something we need to be working on?
Recent?
Like, what are some of the problems that we need to fix in our team?
我们团队遇到哪些困惑？我们是想通过这个团队建设来解决的。
Can anybody give me an example? It doesn't matter, anyone. I'm calling on you because I just want to annoy you.
I use in Chinese, okay?
Fine.
Okay, I understand you understand Chinese. Okay.
A little.
Good. Yeah. 他问说为什么要就说做这次，然后呢，就说这一次是最主要是解决什么问题？我们要解决的问题就是怎么样去 cooperate with each other with trust.
Right. So I'm moving on now to the next step. So I want to know, can you tell me some of the issues that you've identified that you think you need to work on? Some of the things that you think your team maybe could do better, could do a little bit better. We've talked about trust. I'm moving you to the next step. So I'd like to know even just one issue, one problem that you think you face in your team. Right?
Taking more risky initiatives.
Taking more risky initiatives, all right? So Mike says that one problem we have is we need to take more risks. Anyone else? Can I have maybe two more? I see you have something on your mind.
Yeah. Just think about what's the how to use this to strengthen our teamwork.
I'm going to show you that in just a moment. I'm just looking for maybe 2 or 3 examples of issues that you feel you need to work on in your team.
还有哪些方面我们觉得我们的团队需要改进的？
We need to say yes, I want to do that. I will support you.
Okay, so that's very good. That's actually where I was going, Shirley.
Commitment. Yeah.
Shirley said we need more agreement.
Oh, is that commitment or agreement?
Agreement
And is that not right?
yeah.
Okay. Because what I was actually going to say is the next step in adding Jixing Biaoyan to a team is agreement. And in Jixing Biaoyan, one of the fundamentals of agreement is yes and. We use these 2 words. Shirley, may I ask you to join me, please? Now let's imagine that Shirley and I are in the workplace. Shirley, can you give me an example? So Mike has told us that we need to take more risks. For example, I understand that there's the discussion of a new distribution channel that maybe is a little bit of a challenge. Can you pretend that I'm your colleague and I want you to try to encourage me to take a risk? I want you to say specifically what we need to do. Speak to me as though I'm a colleague.
So you are a potential customer.
Okay, that's fine.
I want to sell a product to you.
Let's say that I'm your teammate. I'm your colleague.
Yes.
Okay? So you just begin dialogue with me. So, Shirley, what did you want to say to me today? What is the thing you'd like to talk about?
I just want to say that, okay, I just did a calculation that the department's manpower cost is too high. So, what are we going to do?
All right. So she said to me, your department's costs are too high.
Yeah.
I have a choice. I could say, no. No, my department's costs are not too high.
I understand your situation, and then you see that because of this subordinates, everybody is doing very well, but the pressure's there, so that's why you have 2 alternatives, 2 options. We need that, control the manpower cost, or cutting headcount. This one. This headcount belongs to your subordinate. Another thing is that think about yourself.
No, I reject both of those suggestions. Now, by saying no, I have stopped all progress. By saying no, I have stopped her from communicating. Our day is stopped. We cannot be productive. I understand and I respect that sometimes as a manager, as a leader, you must say no. I'm sure you've had situations that you must say no, right, Matt? But there's another way. I'm telling you, no is not the answer. You do not say no. So Shirley, I want you to say the same thing to me again. Tell me my department is over budget.
Yeah.
Tell me I need to change.
Yeah. Okay, right. But let me show some situations because I find this track the power cost. How much I found some say right all the for both of us we can work together
Yep.
to find a solution.
Yep.
Okay. So let's say that first that we have too much cost center.
Yep. Yep.
We agree that you want to convert this cost center to profit center.
Yep.
Okay. So let's calculate, what's the annual interval we can convert into cost center into profit center.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So which means that for one person, we to serve
Yep.
how much people, how many people. Yeah.
Yep.
我验到底了，我跟你讲。
See, Shirley,
我就是要
I'm
yes,
saying
yeah.
I'm saying yes to everything Shirley is saying to me.
Yeah.
And that's great.
Yeah.
But she's doing all the work.
Yeah.
I'm not helping. And she probably feels that I'm not being sincere. So don't say yes. You don't say no. You don't say yes. You say yes and. Because it's like building a house together. Whatever she gives me, I agree to. I say yes.
Yeah.
是的. Right? And then she said, and then I say and. No, I add something to it. So I want you to start again. Same thing. Keep it simple. Just say to me, that my department is over budget or something like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. So budget. So do you agree that we can try to find the way to convert this cost center to profit center?
Yes, and I have designed this chart for working hours so that we can reduce human resources costs.
Yeah.
Now you say yes and to what I say.
Yes, I agree. And let's find out how many, what's the part we can cut.
Yes, and I have found that these areas can be cut and we will save at least 100,000 RMB every month.
That's great. And, can you give me an accurate number?
Yes, and I can have that for you by this afternoon.
Thank you. That's great.
Let's see that. Thank you. Let's give Shirley a hand. By saying yes and, you agree, but you also build. This is how Jixing Biaoyan actors are able to create scenes without a script. Now, I'd like to have 2 volunteers. You can try this in Chinese. All you have to do is create a dialogue constantly saying yes and to the other one. Whatever this person says, you agree to it and you add to it. Whatever that person says, this person agrees and adds to it. Can I have 2 brave people to try for me?
我们找2位志愿者，可以用中文。
Chinese is fine.
只要有人说某个做某个要求，你的反应必须是的，然后。
Yeah. For me, 中文, yes and, I usually say 是的,然后. Okay? Okay, I don't have any volunteers, so I'm going to ask for volunteers because I like the way that you played. Now, what is your name again? Kingston. What is your job at Colzer? Finance manager.
He's the one that goes around telling you're over budget. He does it all the time.
Okay. That's a problem with Kingston.
Everyone.
Shirley? Okay, come on up.
No. Let's change someone
try
else.
someone else.
Shirley's too nice.
Shirley's too
Shirley's
nice.
too nice. Let's try someone.
I need one more. Cece.
No. Cece is a PA.
Loli?
Wolfie.
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 Come on up.
Wolfie.
What do you do, Wolfie?
Marketing. The department that spends money.
No, so actually by now we have no any money.
Come on up. All right.
Maybe we I can demand some volunteer.
Well, I'd like to see what happens with you two. All right. So I want you to think about.
Imagine you still have money. Okay. Imagine you still have money.
Imagine that there's a conflict between marketing and accounting. Imagine that there's a conflict. Either one of you can begin, but remember, everything you say must begin with the words yes and or 中文然后 I'm sorry, 是的然后 Okay. Either one of you begin with it. Well, Wolfie, you seem energetic. Why don't you begin?
Okay.
Sure. Yes.
Hello.
中文、英文都可以。
是的，那中文还是英文？
中文好。
咚咚咚。
哎，
哎，老谢。
来，走。
说个头啊！你小子砍了我40万，这个展会费用，这怎么办啊？Tell me，这个怎么办？这个明天怎么会啊？就像我们老李在后面跟别人说到，没有展会就没有 sales， 那怎么办？
是的，
然后没有然后，给我40万。
So when you say 是的然后 you have to add something after the rest. So you're contributing. You're building something together. Okay. So try again.
Okay. 哎 ，Kim 怎么办？这个少了40万，这个老李在后面追着，这个是说没有展会，没有销售。他在支持这个怎么办
？Yes. 我先把这个给你看一下啊，这是我们整个公司的这个今年这个预算这个情况。我先只看 sales 和 marketing 这一块，好吧？先只看销售这一块。
是
销售，我们今年的成长不含贵金属，只有2%。
OK， 好吧，是的。
完了以后呢，看我们这个市场的这个跟去年跟当时做预算的话
，OK。
And
所以是应该我们应该要不成长销售，要不这个削减费，就像 AHB 的一个。
是的。所以然后呢，我们才会做一个这个计划，就是说要跟你们来讨论一下，说我们是要想加销售，还是说维持一个继续维持这样的一个marketing上面或者是市场上面的投入，然后来去然后支撑我们的销售。
是的，所以我觉得我们有一个好的方向，就是我们把老李一起加了，加到销售就可以了。我觉得这样更加容易。怎么样？你觉得？
是的。
好，来。
然后我们这样把老李
对，这样
一起来讨论这个问题。
来，老李
OK，
你说怎么办？
Give him a hand.